Jazz and murder, two of New Orleans' most haunting legacies, intertwined by a mysterious figure known only as the Axeman, the killer who bludgeoned victims in their homes, then seemed to vanish into the dark, humid air of the French Quarter. Was he a lone psychopath, a criminal mastermind, or a ghost story born out of a city obsessed with rhythm and blood? This is the story of the Axeman of New Orleans and how one of America's strangest unsolved murder sprees became part myth, part music, part tragic truth. It began in May of 1918. A grocer named Joseph Maggio and his wife Catherine were found brutally murdered in their bedroom. Their throats were slit with a razor, then their heads smashed with an axe. Their murder weapon? Joseph's own axe, left at the scene. The next victims, Louis Bessemer and Harriet Lowe, were attacked in June. Bessemer survived, Harriet did not. She died weeks later after surgery. Her final words? That Bessemer was a German spy, but no proof ever surfaced. August brought more blood. Anna Schneider, pregnant at the time, was attacked in her sleep. She survived, along with her newborn baby, who was delivered just days later. Police found no motive, no suspect, only the same familiar tools, a chiseled door panel and a bloodied axe. By the end of the summer, newspapers were filled with panic. Headlines screamed, "Axeman strikes again." Citizens armed themselves. The cities locked its doors. Then came one of the most infamous moments in the case. The Axeman's so-called jazz letter, published in the Times Picayune on March 13, 1919. It was a chilling taunt supposedly written by the killer himself. "They have never caught me and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible, even as the ether that surrounds your earth. I am not a human being, but a spirit, a demon from the hottest hell. Now to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time on next Tuesday night, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition to the people. If you play jazz, I will spare you." Whether the letter was written by the Axeman or a prankster, the city took no chances. Dancing halls were packed, jazz bands played in every home and bar. At night, the city pulsed with music, and no one died. The victims all seemed random, but a pattern was clear. Most were Italian grocers. Many had no enemies. Few had anything stolen. The killer always used tools found at the scene: axes, chisels, razors. Some believed he was targeting Italians because of a grudge, or as part of a vendetta. Others pointed to organized crime, but most of the victims had no mob ties. The break-ins were precise. Doors and door panels chiseled out silently. Families attacked while they slept. It was fast, brutal, unexplainable. One of the most heartbreaking cases was the March 1919 attack on the Cortamaglia family. The 2-year-old daughter Mary was killed instantly. Charlie and Rosie survived. Barely. Rosie first claimed she didn't see anything. Then, under pressure from the police and in grief, she accused her neighbors, Lorendo and Frank Giordano. Both were arrested. Frank, only 17, was sentenced to hang. But Rosie recanted a year later, saying she had been mentally unbalanced and gave a false confession. The Giordanos were released, but their lives were forever altered. The Axeman's final confirmed attack came in October 1919, when grocer Mike Pepitini was killed. His wife, Esther, reportedly saw a man fleeing the scene, but couldn't identify him. She later moved to Los Angeles, where another strange chapter unfolded. There, a man named Joseph Mumphrey showed up demanding money and threatening to kill her. Esther, armed with a pistol, shot him dead. Mumphrey had a criminal record. He once been arrested for extortion and bombings against Italian grocers. Many believed he was the Axeman, but historians like Miriam Davis aren't so sure. The timeline is messy. The evidence is circumstantial. It is possible Esther had personal reasons, and the Mumphrey theory became convenient closure. Was the Axeman a serial killer, a mob enforcer, a schizophrenic drifter, or someone else entirely? Retired Detective John D'Antonino linked the Axeman to Cleaver murders from 1991. implying he had struck before. Other theories suggest it was more than one killer, or that the media created a monster out of isolated crimes. What we do know is this: the Axeman left behind more than bodies. He created a legacy. His story became fodder for books, ghost stories, and even American Horror Story, where Danny Hudson played a jazz-loving demon with a taste for blood. Today, the Axeman remains a symbol of New Orleans' darker history, where myth, music, and murder collide. But beneath the jazz and headlines are real people, victims, families, lives torn apart by a figure no one truly understood. If this story sent chills down your spine or opened your eyes to a forgotten corner of American history, drop a comment below. What do you think? Was it Mumphrey, a mafia cover-up, or something more supernatural? If you want to learn more, check out The Axeman of New Orleans, The True Story by Miriam Davis. It's a deep dive into the eerie chapter of the Crescent City. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more true crime and historical mysteries. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious. Remember, if jazz is playing, maybe it's best to keep the lights on.